Can you just start reading the vocabulary words with their meaning? So we
Okay.
can quickly revise it and then I can give you questions based on these vocabulary words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abysmal, extremely bad. The hotel service was abysmal. 1 second. Okay.
And
Reluctant.
also, Aradhya, do you remember how many topics we have done in SAT?
Um, I don't remember.
How did we discuss verb tense topic?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we did do that.
Okay. And what about the rhetorical synthesis topic? Did we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So if I give you questions based on rhetorical synthesis topic, would you be able to complete it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. And what about this vocabulary one? Are you revising these vocabulary words?
Yeah, I am doing that right now.
Okay, okay. But at home also you have to revise, okay? Just take out a little some time, maybe you can revise 5 to 6 words every day, right? It's just that we
Okay.
have to get used to these SAT vocabulary words also, which is very important. Yeah? Now you can
Yeah.
start reading from the first word.
Abysmal, extremely bad. The hotel service was abysmal. Reluctantly, doing something even though you don't want to. He reluctantly apologized. Lucrative, making a lot of money. Coding can be a lucrative career. Oust. To force someone out, the board decided to oust the manager. Advocate. To publicly support something. She advocates better education. Qualitative, about quality rather than numbers.
Subtle.
The survey asked for qualitative feedback. Subtle, not obvious, delicate, or difficult to notice. There was a subtle change in her voice. To give your opinion. The professor opined. To give your opinion. The professor opined that the plan would fail. Bolster, to support or strengthen. The evidence bolstered his argument. A set of doctrine, a set of beliefs taught by a group. The political party follows a particular doctrine. Austere, very simple, strict, or plain. The room had an austere design. Onset, the beginning of something, often something unpleasant. At the onset of winter, temperatures dropped. Squalid, extremely dirty and unpleasant. They lived in a squalid apartment. Unadorned, plain, without decoration. She wore an unadorned black dress. Perished, died, or was completely destroyed. Many plants perished during the drought. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, till here the vocabulary words are fine for revision. I will be giving you questions based on these words only for now. Okay. Can you
Okay.
open up the rhetorical synthesis topic notes that I have shared with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Open it up and start reading. Let us go through it together once more and then we can do the questions based on rhetorical synthesis topic also. Okay. So vocabulary words type questions and rhetorical synthesis questions, both of them we can discuss today. Yeah.
Yeah. Rhetorical synthesis were easy.
Yes, it was easy, but I still want you to practice some different types of rhetorical synthesis questions as well. I gave you easy ones. Now we'll try to do the moderate to difficult level. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Rhetorical synthesis questions may look difficult, but the basic idea is simple. You are given information. Your job is to choose the information that best matches the writer's goal. You are not being asked to find new information or decide whether the facts are true. You're acting like an editor. What is rhetorical synthesis? In a rhetorical synthesis question, you will usually see three things. Student notes, you get several bullet points containing information. Writing goal, this tells you what the student wants to accomplish. Or answer choices, you choose the sentence that best accomplishes that goal.
So
Simple
basically,
example.
what is going to happen in rhetorical synthesis type of questions? First, you will be given information. Your job, your actual job will be to choose the information that is best going to suit the writer's goal, right? You will not be
Mhm.
asked to find new information or decide like whether the facts are true or false, but you will be acting like a editor, right?
Yeah.
So basically rhetorical synthesis question, you'll see three things. First, you will see student notes at the top, then you will see some writing goals, and at the end you will see four answer choices. Okay, so I've given one example also. Can you read it? We discussed
Student
this
note.
honeybee example. Do you remember? Honeybees communicate using a waggle dance. The writing goals, I asked you that whenever
Yeah.
such questions come, when you have student notes, writing goals, and then the this four multiple choice questions, no, always look for the writing goal first and then
First,
study
yeah.
the student notes. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, very good. Read the writing
Okay,
goal
writing
first and
goal.
then the student notes.
Okay. The student wants to explain how honeybees communicate food locations. Student notes. Honeybees communicate using a waggle dance. The
Hmm.
dance can indicate the location of food. The dance can communicate the distance to the food. Scientists continue to study honeybee communication. Now ask, which information helps me explain how honeybees communicate food locations? Relevant. Honeybees use a waggle dance. The dance indicates the location of food. The dance communicates distance. Not relevant. Scientists continue to study honeybee communication.
So why is the
Last,
scientists continue to study honeybee communication not relevant?
because it's not about the
How
food
honeybees are
location.
communicating food locations,
Yeah, it's not
right?
about that. It's just that, yeah.
Okay, and as an editor, we have to avoid unnecessary information, right?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Next.
The last statement is true, but it doesn't help accomplish a goal. Key
Hmm.
idea. The information does not equal the correct answer. The correct answer must be relevant to the goal. 2. The most important rule. Read the writing goal first. Do
Hmm.
not immediately start reading on the notes. First ask, what does the student want this sentence to do? For example, goal.
The student wants to compare two scientists' discoveries. Then you will
I was yawning.
immediately. What happened?
I was just yawning. I was,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay, no problem.
Okay. You should immediately think, I need information about both scientists and their discoveries.
Hmm.
You don't need information about their childhoods, universities, or unrelated research.
Yes, because we are just
Think like,
comparing the two scientists' discoveries. So
yeah.
we need not to have information about their childhoods, their personal life, their unrelated research, right? So we
Mhm.
have to think like an editor, which is an important point.
Imagine that you are editing a student's essay. A researcher might say, here are 10 facts about this topic. An editor says, which of these 10 facts do I actually need? That is exactly what the SAT is testing. You need to decide relevant information, keep, unnecessary information, ignore. What is the SAT testing? Rhetorical synthesis questions test whether you can select relevant information, ignore unnecessary information, understand the writer's purpose, understand the audience, summarize information, compare information, contrast information, support a claim with evidence, and present the information clearly. The SAT is basically asking, can you choose the right information for the right purpose?
Hmm.
5. Common rhetorical synthesis question types. There are several common goals. Type 1. Summarize. Common goal words look for summarize, describe, explain, present, discuss, provide an overview. What does it want? A short overview of the main idea. Example, notes.
Now we have these notes so, and goal. What will you read first?
Goal.
Hmm.
The student wants to summarize the Amazon rainforest.
Hmm.
Notes. The Amazon rainforest is located primarily in South America. It covers several million square kilometers. It contains thousands of plant species. Scientists have discovered many new species there. Some researchers use satellite images to study deforestation. You need the big picture, not every tiny detail. Remember, summary equals main idea plus important information plus no unnecessary details.
Yes.
Common trap. An answer gives 4 specific facts. It sounds impressive, but if the goal is simply to summarize, it may contain too much detail.
Yes. And we need to avoid the unnecessary details. We just need to give the main idea. The main idea as in the sentence, or we'll have to find out what the author is trying to talk about in the paragraph or passage or notes, right? Again and again. And then we need to keep the important information only. And most importantly, we have to avoid to include unnecessary details. Okay. Next type you have introduce a topic type. Are you like I'm giving you the notes for all these topics now? Are you able to understand the language of those topics?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Is it like something that we can improve or something we can also, add from your end? Do you think so?
Mm, no, I think for the most part the notes helped me.
Okay,
Like
all
covered.
right. And till now we have discussed so many topics, no? What topic do you think we should practice more?
For me, like vocab.
Vocab one?
Vocab's not like strong for me.
Okay, okay. So you think we'll have to practice for vocabulary words. Okay, we'll try to do that. We'll try to practice different types of questions for vocabulary words, okay? And I've given that SAT vocab PDF, no? We'll try to do questions based on that word PDF only. So you can just, when you go back home also, you can revise it again. Yeah?
Yep. Okay, got it.
Yeah, you can continue.
Type 2. Introduce a topic. Common goal words. Introduce, provide background, familiarize readers with, give readers basic information. What does it want? Information that helps someone understand the topic. Imagine that your reader knows nothing about the topic. Ask, what would this reader need to know first? Example, the goal. The student wants to introduce readers to the concept of coral bleaching. A good answer would explain what coral bleaching is. A bad answer might immediately discuss a complicated chemical process involved in coral bleaching. Why? Because the reader hasn't even learned what coral bleaching means yet. Remember, introduction equals give the reader the basic idea first.
Yes. So it is, see, when you are attempting the rhetorical synthesis type of questions, it is also very important that we identify the type of questions we are getting based on that rhetorical synthesis question also. Okay. So because when we are able to identify the questions, when we are able to identify the type of rhetorical question we are having, we can put the answer, we can choose the answer accordingly. Okay.
Okay.
Next, we have type 3, emphasizing similarities.
This means how are A and B alike?
Yeah.
Look for words like both, similarly, alike, shared, common, each, likewise. Example, goal. The student wants to emphasize a similarity between the two birds. Notes. Bird A migrates thousands of kilometers each year. Bird B also migrates thousands of kilometers each year. Bird A feeds primarily on insects. Bird B feeds primarily on seeds. The important information is both birds migrate thousands of kilometers each year. The information about their diets shows a difference, not a similarity. Remember, similarity equals A and B have something in common.
Next, we have emphasizing differences, another type. We have supporting a claim. Let's see. Yeah, another type. We have audience questions. Then I have shared 5-step method also. So, yeah. All right. After revising these notes, I will share some questions based on rhetorical ones and the vocabulary ones, okay? So that we can discuss it in the class itself. Yeah?
Okay. Should I continue reading or should I
Yeah, you can continue reading.
Okay. Now the question was, how are A and B different? Look for unlike, whereas, however, in contrast, differs, and while. Example, goal. The student wants to emphasize a difference between two transportation systems. If system A uses electricity, system B uses gasoline. A good answer should clearly show A does not equal B. Remember, Similarity, A equals B in some way. Difference, A does not equal B in some way.
So if you have the similarity and difference question, if you get the similarity and difference question different like separately as an in rhetorical type, what would you choose? Like how would you approach this question then?
So for similarity, I would look at something like that shows like A and B like are similar, like obviously, but like if they have like similar, like bird A eats seeds or something, I guess, and it says a bird B eats seeds, so that's a similarity. So I would choose that for similarity. But then for difference, I would choose two things that like are not alike, obviously. So it'd be like bird B is blue and bird A is red. So I would choose those because that shows that they're different.
Okay, all right. Next, we have supporting a claim type.
This is extremely important.
Yes.
The question may say, support a claim, provide evidence, illustrate, and demonstrate, and strengthen the argument.
Yes.
What should you ask? Which fact directly supports the claim? Claim. A study suggests that plants grow faster when exposed to natural sunlight. Which information best supports the claim? Researchers studied 100 plants. The plants exposed to sunlight grew 20% faster. The experiment lasted 3 months, and the researchers worked at a university. Obviously, the plants exposed to natural sunlight grew 20% faster.
Why? Why that's the right answer?
Because it's direct evidence, like it basically answers the question, or answers, kind of, I don't know.
Because that's the direct answer for the claim, right? Because the claim is saying that the study is suggesting that plants grow faster when they're exposed to natural sunlight. So it's very directly written that plants exposed to sunlight, natural sunlight, they grew 20% faster. Okay, so it's very direct question.
Okay. Remember, support equals evidence that helps prove the idea. 10. Type 6. Audience questions. These questions are slightly different. The question may tell you who the readers are. For example, the student wants to provide information about renewable energy for readers unfamiliar